Ah! You ever have one of those days, lives, where nothing seems to go right? Right now you can see, I'm looking at order here on the bottom right. Nationwide protests are quelled. That was good, but we seem to have a problem, a growing problem with, I guess, regional protests, as there are more and more protests going on again. Though nationwide, I guess they're quelled. Here's one at Capitol Park. A group of individuals associated with the labor union of Sordland have started a protest in Capitol Park. What are they protesting? I've gotten you your labor rights bill passed. We've increased pay with a minimum wage. So far, the rally was largely peaceful. However, we have detected a possibility that this protest group might be infiltrated by vandals. The area has been cordoned off in case the protests turn violent. I'm gonna fucking go Napoleon on their ass if it does. When in the world do we get paid more taxes? I feel like it's been years and years since we've gotten taxes. We've brought in money by, putting new taxes. But when do we make our regular monies for the nation? Briefing on increasing unrest among the populace. Lilius entered my office and took a seat. She was frowning intensely. She didn't talk at first, just fixed at me with a steady gaze. When she did speak, it was in strained tones. Mr. President, we have a problem. Go on. I think you're my problem, Lilius. This just came in. Here, look. Take a look. Alright, I took the document from her hand and started reading it. The report was titled, Protests in Major Cities. I looked up immediately after reading the title. Lilius gave a grim nod of confirmation. Lilius, did you not look at the little bar under overview? It said nationwide protests are quelled, so we can just ignore this, I think. Protests have been erupting all over Sordland. They're protesting you, Mr. President. Man, I'd hate to be me. Wait, I am me! They're asking for your resignation. Why? Like, the election's in like less than a year. They can go elect Keebner if they want. They can get a new dipshit to kick around. You won't have me to kick around anymore. Not good old sexy Anton, who... I can't say this is unexpected. Thank you. Thank you, Lilius Graff. You way to kick a man while he's down. What is unexpected, however, is the sheer size of the protests and the level of violence. Several people have been killed already. Sordland hasn't seen this much unrest since the death of Bernard Circus. Oh man, enough! Enough, woman! We can't let these tensions rise to those levels again. Perhaps if I offer to give everyone a shoulder massage, that'll release the tensions they have. We're on it. You're gonna give them shoulder massage? No, we're gonna deal with the protests. Carl Greaser is on his way right now. He'll tell us what he knows so far. I just want Greaser to get the oligarchs. That's what I'm concerned about. Just then, there was a loud knock on the door. Carl came in without waiting for an answer. He was clearly out of breath. There he is. He saluted me. What's going on, Greaser? Mr. President, I'm sorry for being late. Carl, I heard he informed the president of the situation. Do you have any updates? As you know, protests have been organized in major cities like Holston, Lockhaven, and Dyer, and many more. Thankfully, the demonstrations have been successfully suppressed for the time being. Although I do believe we would have gotten an easier time dealing with them if we had additional riot gear. Oh, let me just go to Toys R Riot Gear and go buy you some with all the no monies we got. 2 civilians and 2 policemen were killed due to a firebomb thrown by protesters. Oh man, that's serious shit. Maybe I should step down. Aside from that small incident, the situation is mostly under control. We currently have 27 protesters in custody. Among the detainees, we have found Red Youth members. The main rhetoric they all share is that they are demanding the president's resignation. Well, you know what? There's freedom of speech in this country. They can say whatever they want.
People have died, Mr. Rayne. Freedom of speech no longer applies. What does the protester profile look like?
We've investigated the various groups involved in the protests and compiled a list of their complaints. I will go through it. He pulled out a document from the folder he was carrying. The majority of the protests are about the state of the economy. Yeah, I know. The economy was growing for a while. There are some that are protesting against the full privatization of the Sordland State Corporation and Needham Mining Group. Thanks to the media, we are under fire for showing support at the Ashraf anniversary. Karante. He's in charge of the TV media, maybe the radio in this country. Karante. He knows we're going after him. In addition, there are many provocateurs that are not tied to any specific organization or cause. Anarchists?
We need to take action, Mr. President, like immediately. If the protests are get even more violent than they already are, we're risking a civil war.
Your orders, Mr. President. I can't fight against my own people. Set up a meeting with their spokesperson. I'll listen to their demands, and I'll say no like I do to you idiots. As you command, Mr. President.
I can't say I condone this. The people must respect the laws of the land. What you're doing right now is giving in to the anarchists.
Lilius, blessed are the peacemakers. We need to at least try the peaceful way, and if it doesn't work, then you can go shoot them in the face. Would that make you feel better?
If you'll excuse me, Mr. President, we have work to do.
Good luck.
I believe you will need more luck than we do.
Lilius, just don't fuck this up, man.
Come on, Carl, we're leaving.
Lilius hurriedly left the room. Carl bowed to me. Mr. President. He followed after her. Well, that's great news. Got that going for us. A nationwide revolt? Oh, what happened to our no nationwide protests? That's a major problem. That's not going to be good for the economy. So what do we got? We just got this. There's a Security Act bill, industrial expansion, which we probably can't afford, or the Great Descent. A nationwide revolt erupted across the country, fueled by low public opinion and a growing discontent with the government's handling of the nation. As the unrest intensified, it led to a significant decrease in stability, with violent clashes between protesters and security forces threatening to spiral into full-blown chaos. I can say, was that a comet? Or stability will be recovered? Wait, what are these options? I guess I'll say stability will be recovered? What was the point of either of those? Minister Hall and Manger have prepared a massive industrial expansion plan. Go fuck yourself. We don't have the money for it. We're not doing it. I'm not going to drive our country to rack and ruin. If the people want to do that with their protests, that's their business. Man, there goes the growth again. We have -2. We don't have the money for it. Security Act. Is this going to need money? No. In response to the heightened need for security due to the ongoing social unrest, the Grand National Assembly presents the Security Act to fortify public safety measures. Section 1 of the Security Act grants security forces the discretion to use force as deemed necessary to uphold law and order. This provision is designed to enable quick and decisive responses in situations where public safety is at risk. Section 2 authorizes suspicion-based arrest and confiscations without the prerequisite of a warrant. This measure seeks to expedite law enforcement's response to potential threats, thereby enhancing overall security. Lilius was pushing for this bullshit a while ago, before any of these protests happened. Section 3 allows the security forces to exercise their authority beyond standard legal limits if such action is deemed essential for maintaining security of the state and protecting the general public. This clause reinforces the commitment to safeguarding national security and upholding public safety in the face of increasing unrest. No, I am not going to violate the rights of the people due to protests. If there was like a riot act or temporary martial law we could declare, maybe, but to just pass a general change where they can do this whenever they want, no, this is vetoed. And guess what, National Assembly? You can't do nothing about it. Ooh, obstructionist. I vetoed 8 bills. I have vetoed most of the bills we've gotten, haven't I? Call me King Veto. Now watch me get murdered by the people. Chapter 4. Checkmate. Alright, we got 2 things of news. Soccer news. I don't want to hear about that. Boo. And Hegel would take all necessary steps. In a televised address, Chancellor Emmerich Hegel claimed intensive fighting was taking place between the Ignolian forces and the locals of Helgeland, resulting in the massacres of ethnic Vogs living on the island. He portrayed the conflict as a national struggle and compared it to the independence wars of the former colonies in Rica. Hegel said Vogsland is the guarantor of Helgeland's security, would take all necessary steps to prevent mass atrocities committed against the islanders. Van Horten, the leader of, Ignolia, said in a television interview that Vogslandians must withdraw their harassment squad from the Marking Sea before any diplomatic talks can happen. So right up here, things continue to get hotter and hotter. Our economy is going right back into the shitter. Ay, ay, ay. A Protect Women Act? This is going to cost us money we don't have. In collaboration with the Commission on the Status of Women, and acknowledging the pressing issue of high domestic violence rates, the Grand National Assembly puts forth the Protect Women Act to address these unacceptable conditions. Section 1 of the PWA categorically criminalizes domestic violence against women. This vital step strengthens the country's stance against the heinous act, reinforcing the nation's commitment to upholding the rights and dignity of all women. Subsection 1A of the PWA takes a proactive approach towards the safety of victims. It establishes a robust witness protection program specifically designed for women who have suffered domestic abuse. This program will provide these women with necessary security and support, helping to ensure the well-being and safety of them as they participate in legal proceedings against their aggressors. Well, here goes fiscal discipline. I'm signing it into law. We can't have our daughter grow up in a world where her husband has the legal right to beat her. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Something's good news or bad news law. Policies. Okay, so the Women Protection Act is passed. I was hoping we'd get some like green modifiers, but whatever. End of the day at home. Hey, maybe our wife will be happy. I gotta ask her, hey, honey, do you have 3 government budgets? She'll be like, no, we don't have any money, remember? Oh, yeah. It was raining, and the surge dropped me off at home after yet another grueling day of work. A guard held an umbrella over my head as I walked from the car to my front door. Inside, the house was completely dark. I flipped on the light in the kitchen to find a note from Monica. Sierra had called her in for a last-minute women's rights meeting. She dropped Deanna off at a friend's house and left me some food for reheating. Oh, man. Women have rights, but I have no food. What have I wrought? It was worth it, but was it? Where is my clay pot food? I took the pot out of the fridge. Hey, maybe I got it. I can warm it up. It'd be funny if he burned down the house, because he never learned how to use the stove. Women never taught me their secrets. It was filled with an unidentifiable grayish-looking stew. Ah, Women's Lib took the part of my wife's brain that knew how to cook and turned it to mush. Evidently, Monica's excellent cooking had been the first casualty of her political career. I could order a pizza. I don't have any money. I'm gonna reheat the stew. I sighed and put the pot on the stove. While it was heating up, I went to the living room to fix myself a drink. Suddenly, the phone rang, ding-a-ling. I went back to the kitchen and answered it. Please be Publishers Clearinghouse. Please be some sort of Nigerian prince that wants to give me 3 government monies. Frank's voice was on the other end. Oh, I thought Mom would pick up. Sorry, kiddo, you're stuck with your old man. How you doing? How's the military? Oh, I didn't mean it that way, Dad. I just figured you'd be working. There was a long silence. I got that record you sent me. Not bad for old folks music. Oh, I did send him the record we got from when Pete tried to smooth talk us. You like that swing music or whatever the hell I sent you? I could say Peter thought you might like it, but glad you liked it, kiddo. How's Uncle Peter doing? Do you not follow the news there? Do you even know what he did, Frank? I get it. You don't want to talk about it. No, I'll talk about it, Frank. I don't mind. I wanted to save you time. If you knew it all, I didn't want to old man splain it all to you. You know the military's worried about things? Oh, Dad, like things escalating with Rumberg since you threw Livia in jail? They're moving more and more troops near Morgwur. Why am I finding this out from my son and not from Penis Head? I could be like, Queen Beatrice needs to back off that bitch. I'm tempted to, but I don't think I'm going to. I could be like, Rumberg instigated aggression against us. No, I'm talking to my kid. I'll see what I can do to alleviate tensions. The last thing I want is my son going into battle. So you do care about me, now that I'm out of the house? God damn it, Frank, quit being a bitch. I always did, you little numbnuts. Oh, I'm graduating from basic training soon, Dad. Ugh, the commander says I could be the next Iosif Lancia. I know your commander means that as a compliment, but dude, you don't want to be the next Penis Head. I could be like, not until you put on a few hundred pounds. Sorry, you can't. You've got too much hair. I would love to say that, but we're bald too. So, I am too in real life. Keep up the good work, kiddo. I'm not gonna shit on it, right? How often does he get positive reinforcement? He didn't do well in the school system. He's found a place where he's doing well. Keep up the good work, kiddo. I'll try, Dad. Ugh. Honestly, I was so ticked off at you for sending me here, but I'm really starting to like it. Thank God for failure, right? Sometimes the best things come from failure. And you know what, kiddo? You were never a failure. Not in my eyes. I suddenly became aware of a smoky smell coming from the kitchen. My dinner was burning! Oh no! I am burning down the house! Burning down the house. We don't need no water, Dad. Let the motherfucker burn. Watch your language, young son. It's just steamed hams. It's the Aurora Borealis. Good catching up with you, Frank. There's no problem in the kitchen. Just making some steamed hams. Okay, bye, Dad. We both hung up. I raced to the stove and turned off the burner. The bottom of the pot was charred, but part of the mystery stew was still salvageable. The joys of not having money. How many of us have been there? That's partially burnt, but man, I ain't got the money for something else. I guess I gotta eat what I can. I ate alone by the flickering light of the television, wondering when Monica and Deanna would get home. Am I watching Leave It to Beaver or Father Knows Best? Hopefully Leave It to Beaver. Oh no. Oh no. So much news. So much reports. The growth is kind of leveling off again. Oh no, why are we at -4? We should be at -1 budget. Oh. I guess we'll find out next time. Oh no.